Hi, I'm Dan. Thanks for checking in on Dimgaard this week. Special thanks to the backers on Kickstarter and the patrons on Patreon. I'll put links to those in the doobly-doo. That brings me to the first big thing in Dimgaard, and that is we launched Volume 25 last Friday. And we're very happy with the response that's getting so far. We'll probably reach our first stretch goal today. And that's excellent. We really like Kickstarter. It's been very productive for us. We think that we don't see a reason in the near future, barring something unexpected, why that would not be a place to premiere new material. That's kind of what it's designed for. Is you have something new you want to present to the world, go out to Kickstarter and do it. And we now have a pretty solid schedule for that with our staggered 2 campaigns. We see that going forward well. So we're very happy with Kickstarters. We ended Volume 24 a little over a week ago and distributed the material with our new distribution channel via Dimgaard.com. We were happy with the distribution. However, and this is completely on me because I'm the one who right. So the other people in the group who handles Dimgaard behind the scenes, they're all part-time with their own interests and jobs and families, and I knew how big the job of developing the website was going to be, so I took that on myself. And then with holidays, I have family and jobs and interests too. I hope to have all the back content up by the 1st of February. I don't see that happening. There are just too many things happening in the next 2 weeks to allow me to do that. But it will get there. We've got it as a solid means of distribution. Now I'll be going back through all the Kickstarters to distribute everything back to the very first Kickstarter, Volume 1, using the website so that everybody's content is up there. I hope to get that done. Well, that will be done by February 1st for sure. It's 2 weeks to do that, and that should be done. Getting the back content up in a mechanism that can be paid for, we've got to do some work on that. We've got to do some work on that. So that's a work in progress. It will be a work in progress. We're going. In the meantime, Winter Fantasy is coming up. We're premiering an adventure there that will be part of the March distribution. Winter Fantasy is early in February. We're excited about that. Then the other thing that has come into the scope of Dimgaard for years now, since the Drow Conspiracy was in its later stages, people have suggested you should take these 21 chapter adventures and compile them into an actual hardback. There's no reason we wouldn't do a PDF as well, a compiled PDF, but people have asked for a hardback, similar to what you get in the other bookstore released material. That is a zebra of a different stripe than distributing the content produced over the month in a digest of PDFs. But we would like to do that. We don't really have a firm date on that. We would like the first one maybe mid-2018, so maybe around June of 2018. That's still fuzzy. There are lots of things fuzzy about it. We've done the costing and think we can do it at a price that is reasonable. And by reasonable, we mean under $30. A lot of it depends on how big your print run is. Which would then lead us to how we would structure the Kickstarter for it. But the next big question, now that we've done the research and found out that it's economically feasible, I got to thank Eric for that. Eric Eric Bana was the one who did that. Shout out to him. But to find out is to decide the title. And with Tyranny in Purple wrapping up this month, there are really 3 candidates at this point. There's Drow Conspiracy, Face Secrets, and Tyranny in Purple. So I don't see any reason why that needs to be an internal decision. I think we can open that up to the community. I will probably publish a survey to that effect soon, like within a week, 10 days at the most. So that's on the horizon. And then the final thing that is just in its infancy is this was suggested by a friend of mine, external to our little organization here. So I'm going to pitch it to you the way he pitched it to me. He said, Dan, there is no one I know who knows more about building optimized characters and the rules in general. Like not just what the rules say, but like what the designers have posted on Twitter, and right, because whenever I run into there are lots of things in 5th edition that are kind of fuzzy, and I'll give you one that will probably raise some eyebrows when I play in Winter Fantasy. It's made it into a couple of Dimgaard modules. So spell glyphs are very powerful, right? Because they don't require concentration, which is a big constraint in 5th edition, and they extend your basically your spell casting, because you free up spell slots. The problem with it as a player, right? The problem is that it's not mobile, because if you move it more than 10 feet, then it disappears. So and PCs, they're always going to the bad guy's place to do their business. So a long time ago, like a year ago, a player, his name is Josh, and I were thinking about this problem, and we came up with the idea of the demi-plane, right? So you place your spell glyphs in a demi-plane, and then you say, oh, okay, I'm going to, instead of casting one spell and achieving this one effect, I'm going to open the demi-plane and just, right, you just rattle off everything you have stored there in the demi-plane in spell glyphs against the the target you're pointing at, or you say the guy I'm pointing at triggers the spell glyph. So that's and I don't think anyone has any issue with that, because demi-plane's a 7th level spell. I've used that in Dimgaard a lot, where spellcasters, high level spellcasters, I usually call it a box of death. But at lower levels, like you can begin casting Glyph of Warding at 5th level. So what do you do at lower levels? Right. So I got to thinking about a portable hole, because a portable hole is an extra-dimensional space that is 10 feet deep. 6 feet, 10 feet. So if you put a pedestal there that was right flush with the 10 feet, so in the middle of your portable hole, because when you close the portable hole, everything in the portable hole is static. There's no movement involved. It's in an extra-dimensional fixed space. That's specifically under portable hole, that you're opening that same space wherever you go, and that space doesn't move. So you put it on pedestal and portable hole, and now it's an action to open your portable hole, and you've got a portable hole of death, right? So if as a player, you can do that. You say, if you get a portable hole, the constraint is there, you got to get a portable hole. But portable holes generally are not that hard to get. By the way, this doesn't work with a Ewer's Handy Sack, right? Because or a bag of holding, because when their extra-dimensional spaces are not open, Right? You have to reach in and retrieve something from them. Right? So it's not like you can open it up and a bag of holding. So this is only good with a portable hole. So because that makes portable holes overpowered. So anyway, so these are the type of things that I develop as I dig through the rules. And so my friends suggested, says you ought to just take questions and then answer them once a week, right? So that's what I intend to do. I would like that to be a Friday thing, but here's the deal: I've got to have the questions. Right? I'm not doing it just if there's nothing out there of interest. If there's like, no, I don't really want him to talk about anything. There's nothing about a character or a rule or something that I want clarified. So if I haven't got at least one question emailed to me, and I'll put my email. You can send it to dimgaard@gmail.com or to hass.dan@gmail.com, and I'll get it either way. Then I won't prepare an answer, right? Because usually I'm going to have to. Very few of these am I going to be able to answer off. I'm talking about things that require. I guess some of them I may know initially, but I'm expecting these to be complicated issues that require a research and explanation. So I'd like to start doing that in the Friday. So that would mean then that folks need to get me their questions by next Tuesday or Wednesday for me to have something ready. I mean, I guess someone could get it to me like today or tomorrow, and I could do one this Friday. But I was kind of thinking that I would start a week from Friday. But yeah, if I get questions today or tomorrow, I could start doing that this Friday, the 19th. I would be willing to do that. So that's just something that I'm thinking about, and might be helpful to the community. Might just be a wasted thought stream on my part. I guess we'll know if I get emails. So anyway, so thanks again to everyone who backed Volume 24, everyone who's backing Volume 25 on Kickstarter, all the patrons, and everybody who participates in Dimgaard in whatever level. Thanks a lot.